Welcome back to Digging into the Bible. This week we're taking a look at Genesis chapter 6, picking up where we left off. So let's read. When man began to multiply on the face of the land, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of man were active, and they took as their wives any they chose. Then God said, My spirit will not abide in the man forever, for he is flesh. His days shall be 120 years. Oh, let's pause here for an interesting moment. So God is starting to say, look, if I leave you to your own devices for too long, you're going to get yourself into too much trouble. So he's starting to shorten the length of life. You know, we previously were talking about how long these early guys were living. And God is starting to say, you know what, you get yourself into too much trouble if you live that long. All right. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of man and they bore children to them. They were the mighty men who were of old, the men of renown. The Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of their hearts was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. God is finding, maybe some remorse, maybe it's regret. He's looking at humanity and saying, why did I do this? You keep messing everything up. You have made such a debacle of this beautiful place that I've made. This idea that every intention of their thoughts, of his hearts, were only evil continually. This is not a compliment to us in any sense. This is the this is sort of the seed of sin germinating and becoming worse and worse and worse. And God is seeing this spread kind of almost maybe cancerously through humanity. And he's saying, you know what? This can't be. So verse 7, so the Lord said, I will blot out man, whom I have created, from the face of the land, man and animal and creeping things and birds of heaven, of the heavens, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Doom, gloom, horrible stuff, but Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. As God is looking, he is seeing horrible stuff. He's seeing way too much sin, and yet paying close attention, he notices there is a righteous man. He had favor in the eyes of the Lord. It's this man Noah. This is probably one of the most well-known figures. If the kids are going to know a Bible story, they're going to know about Noah. So let's dive in and learn a bit about Noah. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. That's a statement in and of itself. Blameless in his generation. Does that mean he's sinless? No. But definitely comparatively to the rest of his generation, God's not coming after him. In fact, he stands out unique amongst others within his generation. I love this phrase here. Noah walked with God. You think about when we're back in Genesis at the beginning and God has created, like Genesis chapter 2 and into Genesis chapter 3, the idea of God walking with Adam and Eve in the garden. And here that theme returns as we talk about Noah and God walking together. But notice it's Noah walking with God. It's not God coming to join us. It's him allowing us to join in his walk. And Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight. Well, we've kind of already covered that. And the earth was filled with violence. So the evil spills out into violence. And God saw the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And God said to Noah, I have determined to make an end of all flesh, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and out with pitch. This is how you are to make it. The length of the ark, 300 cubits, its breadth, 50 cubits, and its height, 30 cubits. Make a roof for the ark and finish it to a cubit above, and set the door of the ark in its side. Make it with a lower section, second and third decks. For behold, I will bring a flood, for behold, I will bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, in which is the breath of life under heaven. Everything that is on the earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you and your sons, and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female, of the birds according to their kinds, and of the animals according to their kinds, of every creeping thing on the ground according to its kind. 2 of every sort shall come into you to be kept alive, keep them alive. Also take with you every sort of food that is eaten, and store it up. It shall serve as food for you and for them. Noah did this. He did all God commanded him. So God gives very specific instructions. Here's the size of the ark. Here's the general design. He's going to show Noah how to build this. And it's a command to Noah, but it's also salvation for Noah. That through this, God is going to save Noah and his wife and his sons and their wives. And he's going to save a remnant of all the creatures of the sky and of the land that God had created. And through Noah, he's going to, in a sense, recreate creation on the earth. He's going to cleanse the earth of the evil that had taken root so far. We're going to pause here, the end of chapter 6, and come back next week into chapter 7 and dig further into the story of Noah.